Hey y'all, welcome back to Calvin's Corner 72. I'm going to try something today I've never did. That's a video working on a vehicle. This is my Ford F-150. It's a 2010. It's just like the one Steve Rob's got, and it's probably a whole lot more dirtier than his. And today I'm going to be changing out a coil packs. Coil packs go on top of your spark plugs in these trucks, and they help it. Well, they make it fire. And I have a number. I have the brown boot on my truck. Some of them have the black boot if they're high performance. Mine is the brown boot. So that's what I'll be changing out today. The firing order, looking at the engine, is 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left side, 5, 6, 7, 8 as far as the cylinders. I've got number 4 and number 8, the back two, that are skipping, intermittent sparking, and that's what it says when I went down to the AutoZone and the O'Reilly's. They said that that's probably what it is. This coil pack's bad. So as you see here, I got a whole box of these. I went and ordered all 8 of them off of eBay to the tune of about a little less than 120 bucks. So you have to make sure your VIN number, like it'll tell you on there when you go to look it up, your 8th digit has to be a V or whatever. Mine happens to have to be a V, and it was for this particular one to work and the computer to recognize it correctly. So that's the kind I got. Let's get to changing these, and we'll give it a romp down the road. And I'm hoping the engine light goes off. I did take it down to AutoZone, and they did run, like I said, they did run the computer on it, and it gave the code, and he tried to clear the fault, and it wouldn't clear. What he told me to do initially was take the back two off, move them up 2 cylinders, and move the 2 cylinders back, the other coils back, and then see if the problem, then come back down there and then have him to run the check again and see if the problem moved to the other 2 cylinders. I figured that was just a little bit too much work to do. I'm gonna go ahead and replace all 8 of them, and then I'm gonna, if the light doesn't go off, I'm going down there to have him run the diagnostic on it and find out what it says. And I'm hoping it'll go off. That way it'll be taken care of, and then I'll save the good ones for spares. Y'all hold tight. Okay, what I got here is a nut driver. It goes down to a 7mm bolt on this coil pack right here. Just loosen that one up. There's another one just like it. And then after you get it loosened, you unplug this from the pack. You got to pinch this little top part in. You pinch it in, it just slides right off. I'll get back when I get this thing taken out. As y'all can see, I've got the engine light on and the tire pressure sensor fault. The tire pressure sensor fault is another issue. It's just a bad sensor in one of the tires. I'll have to find out which one of the 4, if not more than one, is bad, and then replace that. But what we want to get to go off is the engine light. And right now, I got to finish getting all these coil packs changed. We'll go check it out. Hopefully it goes off. Y'all hang tight. All right, y'all. As you can see, they're all in there, tucked in, tightened down, plugged in, nice and neat. Now, normally you would go ahead and replace your spark plugs at the same time, but I thought that when I originally had the problem, if I changed the spark plugs out, that maybe everything else would be okay. That's what he suggested. Since these were $260 normally from them, but I got it on eBay for 125, something like that, 127. So I went ahead and replaced the spark plugs to the tune of about 80 something dollars, because they're about $9 a piece, which I found out later I could have got about $44 for all 8 of them, the spark plugs. So start buying your stuff from eBay. Go ahead and order it, get it in, do it yourself. I'm telling you, it's tough. All right, let's go inside the truck for the moment of truth and see if the old engine light goes off. Let's turn the key on. Here we go. Well, I know the tire sensor is going to be on there, but I just wonder how long it's going to take it for the engine light to go off. I may have to take it down there and have them clear it. I don't want to pull the battery. I don't want to pull the fuses to it and none of that stuff. Well, looks like it's not going to go off, so we'll go down to AutoZone and have them run a diagnostic on it again. And let's see if they tell me to replace the coils. If they do, I'm going to say, I already did. But yeah, I'm telling you something. When I replace the plugs, this thing runs so much better, it's unreal. It'll actually get up and go. Before, it would kind of spit and sputter, and the engine light would actually flash. But now, since I put the plugs in it, yeah, I mean, it'll smoke, it'll go, and the engine light doesn't flash. But I went ahead and replaced all the coils, hoping, as you see, didn't work. So let's go down to AutoZone, see what they have to say. Appreciate y'all going along on this little ride of mine. I'm going to throw some video in here I did the other day when I come by here and I was talking about this transfer station. Today I'm down here to recycle my oil. This is what you do. You bring your oil down here and recycle it. I have a catch at home. I catch it oil in, and then I put it back in here. And these are an easy way for me to bring it down here and recycle it. All right, y'all. Y'all hold tight. Hey, y'all, welcome back. Yeah, I'm just going to Semi T. Taking you on a little trip today to the transfer station. Yep. This is where you go. It's where we go. Take off our trash. Oh, yeah. You can take it off here and keep you from having to drive all the way to the other end of the county to take your trash off. Saves a lot of time. It's real convenient. It's only about 4.5 miles from the house. So just pull up, throw it in there. This down here is a humongous pile of free mulch. Yes, I said it. Free mulch. All you have to do, see right there, it tells you, cannot get no mulch unless you got a tarp. You put a tarp over your mulch, you back up, load up what you want, and it's yours. You see all that brush pile out there? You bring your brush down here, and they put a big machine out here, and they grind it up into mulch. Then you can come and get all the mulch you want for free. Cost you nothing. There's a dumpster right there where you take and throw your mattresses and your commodes and your beds and everything you don't want. They charge you $5 though. Right there. $5 to put your stuff in there, but at least you don't have to drive over to the end of the county. Your metals, refrigerators, washing machines, old grills, whatever you think of, you don't want. If it's metal, throw it right there. They take it and throw it in that bin. You don't charge you nothing. There's all the recycled containers and stuff right down here. Right here behind this car, they take your used oil. Right here, you put your batteries. See right there? Recycling oil and batteries. Right there. Yep. So this is kind of cool. It's kind of convenient. They've got somebody in the little guardhouse there. They watch things and make sure everybody's doing things right, which is good. It's really good. And like this gentleman here, he's actually taking his cardboard. They take plastic, mixed paper, bottles, glass. I do. Guy seen me video in there. Yep. And that's what they do. So I thought y'all want to. Some of y'all up in Canada, I know y'all have to. I think y'all have to pay, and some of y'all up north have to pay to get rid of your trash. But down here you don't. So it's a better incentive to move south. And of course, always, and I mean always, buckle up. It's a law. All right, this has been a little short video. Calvin's Corner Semi 2. Y'all be good. Well, guys, here's a prognosis. Random misfires detected. Now this guy, different guy, tells me he can't clear the codes out. That's why my engine light's still on. Tells me he can't tell me what's wrong with it. I don't know why. They come down here and I come down here and they tell me to go ahead and get said go ahead and get your $260 coil packs, and that'll probably take care of that and make sure that, you know, get them replaced, and then you won't have no problem, and your engine light will go off when you put them in. Well, instead of paying $260 for theirs, I buy the correct ones on the internet at eBay for $120 something. I replace them myself. Y'all saw that. Truck's running fine, see? Running really good, no problems. But the engine light's still on, and that's the only code that's coming up. And I asked the gentleman, I said, well, what cylinders is misfiring? Oh, there's no telling which one it is. I said, there's no telling which one it is. The other gentleman that I come down here told me it was number 4 and number 8. That's the back two. And you're telling me you don't know which two it is. I said, can you not clear out my codes? No, I can't clear the codes out. We can't do that. So the other gentleman did. He tried to, but it wouldn't let him because there were still problems with the engine. The reason why it wasn't is because it was still misfiring and such. Well, is this something that you have to go to Ford and have them clear? Or can you clear it yourself? I'm just wondering. Steve Robb would probably know. But on to O'Reilly's. Let's see what they have to say. Y'all hang tight. I'll let you know. Well, I go to O'Reilly's and they tell me, yeah, you got some misfiring. But this time they couldn't tell me which cylinder it was. So maybe it wasn't a specific cylinder because they're all misfiring for some other odd reason. Well, they go one step further that AutoZone couldn't do, and they tell me that a crank shaft position sensor A was coming up as a fault. It was bad. It threw the code. Here it is. I had the young man to look it up to find out exactly where it is. Well, apparently it's right here. And I'm going to take this one off and replace it. This is A. B side is over there. This is A side. This is the one that was throwing the code. So I'm going to replace this one. And hopefully, when I turn the key, the old engine light will go off. Y'all cross your fingers. Wish me luck. For the record, here's the old one. Here's the new one. And the bolt is the head of it, what I used, was an 8mm. Wasn't too hard. Once I took the bolt off, it just slid out. I don't see anything wrong with it, but it's electrical, so go figure. All right, let's see what happens. All right, she's installed. Let's see what happens. Well, it didn't go off. At least, not yet. Oh well, if you got any suggestions, give me a holler. Otherwise, there may be a part 2. I appreciate it. I guess I got one more place to go. Advanced. Y'all have a good one. This is Calvin's Corner Cemetery. Okay guys, it's come to this. I called back down there to O'Reilly and they tell me, well, it's a new gentleman. And he says, well, you gotta reset it. I said, well, how do you reset it? So, well, you gotta take the battery post off and let it set for about a minute and then put it back on. I guess they're not allowed to reset codes, but Ford Motor Company probably can. So, as you see, I've took the battery post off. And after installing it, then I'll have to go back through all my radio stations and everything else and reset all that. But we're gonna see if that gets rid of it. And he says if the light comes back on, the problem's not fixed. So we'll go from here. All right, here we go again, y'all. Well, looks like that is the engine is gone. But all my channels are screwed up on my radio, which is what I didn't want to go through. Did y'all hear how the starter just kept winding until it crunk? That was crazy. Let me turn this off and try it again. I didn't do that. I let go of the key. Wow. So I just turned the key toward and let go of it and then it crunk up by itself. It's cool. Well, check engine light's going. And it did come on when I first turned the key on, so looks like the problem's solved. Except for that pesky little tire pressure sensor fault. Oh well, that'll be the next thing. So, I guess it is a success story after all. And if that engine light comes back on, I'll be sure to let you know. I appreciate y'all coming by Calvin's Corner Cemetery and hanging in there with me, because it's been a roller coaster ride today. By the way, I know it's gonna be late. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing my green. How about you? Y'all come back and see me at Calvin's Corner Cemetery.